Yeah, first off, my players to my left, Greg Parham. To my immediate right, Isaiah Moore. And then Owen White to the right of him. First off, we just found a way to beat a really good team. You don't go through this league and win the regular season without being a really, really good team. Jay's done an incredible job with them. They have really good players. And today, especially the second half, we were able to find a way to win. And that shows how much growth our guys have made throughout the season. They've continued to get better. They've continued to fight. And it showed that second half. It took a great effort to beat them. I think we all know that. If you followed our league, you know that. And we were able to kind of extend the lead, and we made our free throws down the stretch. We had great value, had some critical stops. But the challenge at halftime for our guys, we were down one. And I told them the toughest team is going to win. The toughest team that owns this 20 is going to win. And we have to be that. It's win or go home time. Survive and advance. That's what it's about. And our guys not only understood that, but they embraced it. And they found a way to just be tough and gritty. Tough and gritty. So many loose balls. So many times where it took so much courage to make a shot. To drive through contact. That game was incredibly physical. To drive through contact and finish plays. Just a great effort. You know, not only these three guys sitting up here, but our whole locker room, man. 1 through 12. That's who we are as a team, and that's what we're about. So I'm one proud coach, man. I've used the word proud so many times with this group, and I can't say from the bottom of my heart I mean it every single time.
Open up now for questions.
Coach, Hunter Dawkins, because he moved that. The last 10 games, you guys have really brought it on. You really started to, versus the first half of the season. What's the answer? Why is that happening this way? And how come, later on in the season, you guys just really picked it up?
I've done this for a while. I turned 40 in this past January, so I've done this for a while. I started coaching when I was about 21, 22. The one key thing, a lot of times as coaches, we get a lot of blame, and we also get a lot of credit when sometimes we don't deserve as much of either one. The reason that we're playing better at the end of the season is because our dudes. We have unbelievable human beings in our locker room. I can't tell you. The joy that I get getting to coach these guys every single day has been something I can't explain. They're just tremendous people. And we went through a time there in the early season where we lost a lot of close games to some really good teams. Played a very tough non-con, top 10, top 15 non-con. Then we got into the league, and we were a little bit beat up because we played those games, and we lost some close ones. And these guys never wavered in their faith of what we were doing. They never wavered in their energy level, their focus level every single day, and that's how you get better. Having great kids in your program that want to be there and are selfless people, and all they care about is getting better and finding a way to win, that's how you get better. I'd like to take more credit myself, but I can't. These kids in our locker room are why we got better and why we're playing at a much higher level than we were early.
Right. Pardon the main with the call to action sports. This is a two-part question for you and Owen White. What was your mental approach and mental preparation for this game, and also with this shooting stroke to get the game started as well as the second half carryover?
Yeah, we knew it was going to be a battle. 14 teams in this league. One team's going to get to go to the NCAA tournament. It's like no other league in the country, period. It's like no other league in the country with the parity in our league with the teams. I mean, so we knew it was going to be a battle. Then you add on the regular season champs. We played them twice. We knew what those guys were about. And like I said in the opening statement, they're really, really good. They're really good. So we knew that we had to raise our level to be able to come out here and win the 40. And, our guys are mature enough, and they really want this. They want to keep playing, together. They want to keep playing. I think that's the biggest motivator for this group, for me too, is I just want to keep coaching these dudes. Like, I kind of don't think about, like, each round as much as I understand, if you lose, you go home, and if you win, you get to keep coaching these guys. And that's all I think about, to be honest with you. And I think they're the same way. They want to keep winning so that they can keep playing basketball together. And that was their approach. And we approach each media one at a time. We're trying to win each one. It's It's like each round of a fight, and we were fighting. We were fighting a champ today. You know, we were battling a champ today. So our approach, we knew we had to raise our level, and I'm proud of our kids for doing that.
Coach Paul Chestnut.
I think you got to finish, right? You went his. 1 second, I'm sorry.
Going into the game for me, I remember when we played them at home, I think they gave me 13 threes, and they were all pretty open looks. So I knew coming in, if they had a similar strategy, I would probably get a lot of looks. But the mental preparation is the same. I mean, it needs to be the same for every game. So I didn't really change anything there, and I think I started the game 2 for 8 from 3. I wish I didn't, but I keep track in my head every time I'm playing. I just can't forget it. So, but I don't know, look for open shots and try to keep the same rhythm, and every time I shoot it, and don't worry about the misses. So.
Coach Paul Chestnut, Fox Sports, Pittsburgh Radio. The way that you won this game here against this team that was #1 regular season, what does this do here the rest of the way for your squad? Because now you're probably thinking, hey, you can win this whole thing.
Yeah, it's I immediately am thinking, I'm glad that we won and advanced. The next thing I'm thinking is how hard it's going to be to either play Troy or JMU. I've said since we started this thing, there's 9 or 10 teams that could win this. And after today, we'll be down to 4. And all 4 are going to be capable of winning it. I mean, that's how good this league is. I've been a part of a lot of different leagues, whether it was a Power 5 league as an assistant, multiple, leagues as an assistant, and another the Southland as a head coach. This league is a monster. I mean, it is an absolute monster. When you look at the results throughout the season, people win at home, people win on the road. So beating the #1 team is a huge step because we had to do it. That's how the seeding fell, and we had to play those guys. But in some leagues, when you do that, there's not a whole lot left behind them. You knocked off the champ, and now there's not a lot left. That's not this league. There's 2 teams getting ready to square off out there, and they're going to be really good. They're going to be really good. And but we're excited to advance. It's hard. And our kids deserve this. They deserve these moments of sitting up here talking to you guys. They deserve those moments of hitting big shots out there. They deserve those moments of happiness of being able to win a game like that, because that's a big win. We had a good crowd here. They had a great crowd here. That was a cool environment. These guys will remember this forever, And that's what coaching's all about, man. And that's what gets lost sometimes in the wins and losses. That was one of the first things I thought of out there. Is I smiled because these dudes were, getting the crowd up and hugging each other. Those moments are forgotten, and they're making memories right now that they'll be talking about when they're my age, and that's the beauty of it. And hopefully we got a few more memories to make down here in Pensacola before we head back to Mobile.
Craig Stevenson, AL.com. Richie, you guys were up about 5, and Owen got his 4th foul. You kept him in the game, hit a couple of big shots to put you guys up even further. What's kind of the thought process there, leaving him in?
Like I told the guys in there, we rolled the dice, and it comes up 7, man. I wasn't going to take him out. It's win or go home time. Maybe if that's a regular season game, maybe I do. But he's such an intelligent player. His IQ is as good as any kid I've ever coached. And he understood he had 4. Did that mean he wouldn't foul out? No. But at that time, we were just in a really good rhythm. He's the guy that takes the ball out of bounds for us in pressure situations, and we knew we were getting pressed. Obviously, we had to lead. So we left him. He did a great job of just being smart, even though he blocked a 3 late like a wild man. I don't know that was probably the smartest thing, but it was clean. But he has a great IQ, and we left him in. And when it's win or go home time, it's different mentality. You think about it. Every time you step foot out here in the base center and we tip it up, somebody's going to stay and somebody's going to go. And our mentality is we got to find a way to stay one more. And so I had to leave him in, and so he could get the ball to these 2 dudes. They can get fouled, make some free throws, and they did that.
Follow up here and then one in the back. AP obviously got banged up the other day, didn't play a whole lot. You were able to contribute more today. How nice was it to be back out there contributing?
Man, it felt good being out here with my guys, trying to get a win. obviously we're trying to do something special. So, I mean, if I can get on the court whenever, I'm trying to. Whatever coach needs me to do, what role I need to play, I'm willing to do whatever to be out there and do my thing and for the team.
Go in the back.
Mac Nelson, WAR, Sports, coaching everybody up there. Anybody can answer. You guys had that big run in the second half. Timeout was called. You guys go back out there on another run. Another timeout was called. Did you guys have a feeling that you broke their will at that point and stuff because you really took them out of what they like to do during the game?
Somebody want to answer it? Then me. You want me to go? Zay, go.
We wanted to have the same mentality, just try to get a kill every time, which is 3 stops in a row, and stay aggressive. We don't really want to worry about them. Just stay together, stay high on communication and just get stops, like I said, and just try to get easy transition buckets.
Yeah, I think I'll add to it. A team like them that just won a regular season championship, they're tough dudes and they're fighters. It's hard to just completely break their will. So we knew they were going to keep coming. We knew they were going to keep fighting. Yeah, you don't win as many games as those dudes have won and not know how to fight. And they did. They kept fighting. And luckily, we got a few key stops there down the stretch and got fouled and made some free throws. And we were able to finish the game. But there wasn't a second out there that I relaxed until the buzzer sounded because I know how good of a coach he is, and I know the type of dudes they have on that team. And we were going to have to fight till the final buzzer to finish the game in advance.
Got one here from Zoom from Ethan. Does this feel like a rivalry that is becoming something that will begin to get noticed in more than the SBC circles?
Is that for me?
Sure.
Yeah, I hope so. I think it's been a rivalry kind of long before I got here. And they're close, as far as proximity. They're close. So, yeah, it's a rivalry for us, and I think it's a rivalry for them. I think it's obvious when we went down there and played them in Hattiesburg, the crowd they had, and then when they came to play us in Mobile, the crowd that we had, and then the crowd that we had today in the Bay Center. I mean, that'll be arguably the most people probably that'll be in here, and it is. And they've got a great program, and they got a great athletic department, and so do we. So it is a rivalry that I think should get more attention. I think not only in basketball but across the board. I mean, our athletic program and their athletic program are doing some really special things, and we embrace it as a rivalry. It's been like that since I've been the head coach here, and I'm sure it'll always be that.